Jungkook and Taehyung spotted at Paris airport? Army erupts as the terminal turns into chaos. Before we go any further, if you are an ARMY who has ever been surprised by a Jungkook and Taehyung moment, stay with this story until the end. Because the most interesting part may not be what happened at the airport, but what the sighting could mean. And if you enjoyed BTS stories, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments what you think really happened in Paris. Did Jungkook and Taehyung actually arrive together, or did fans simply witness a moment that quickly became much bigger than anyone expected? Reports and social media discussions surrounding an alleged sighting of BTS members Jungkook and Taehyung in Paris have once again demonstrated just how powerful even the smallest public appearance can become when it involves two of the world's most recognizable K-pop stars. Almost instantly, the idea of the two members appearing in the same location created excitement among fans, with online communities beginning to share reactions, theories, photographs, videos, and eyewitness claims. Still, the emotional reaction from ARMY is very real. For years, Jungkook and Taehyung have been at the center of countless conversations among BTS fans. Their friendship, their playful interactions, their shared history as members of BTS, and their individual careers have created an enormous archive of memorable moments. Whenever the two are seen in the same place, fans naturally pay attention. Paris, meanwhile, adds another layer of fascination. There is something about the French capital that has long made celebrity appearances feel almost cinematic. The airport, the cameras, the hurried movements of travelers, the flashes of photographers, the security teams, and the anticipation surrounding international stars can transform an ordinary arrival into a spectacle. Imagine the scene. Passengers are moving through the terminal. Airport employees are carrying out their normal duties. Travelers are looking at departure boards, checking luggage, speaking quietly with companions, and rushing toward their gates. Then suddenly, whispers begin spreading. Someone thinks they recognize a familiar face. Another person turns around. A phone is raised. Then another. Within moments, a small group of people appears to be looking in the same direction. Could it be Jungkook? Could Taehyung be there too? For ARMY, the possibility alone is enough to create an explosion of excitement. And that is exactly why the alleged Paris airport appearance generated so much curiosity. Fans began asking the same questions again and again. Were they traveling together? Were they simply at the same airport at the same time? Was the trip connected to work? Or was this simply a private journey that fans happened to notice? No confirmed answer can be assumed without reliable evidence. Yet the mystery itself became part of the story. One of the most fascinating aspects of modern celebrity culture is how quickly a few seconds of footage can become an international conversation. A person walking through an airport may not even realize that hundreds of cameras are pointed in their direction. A simple wave can become a headline. A glance can become a theory. Two friends standing near each other can inspire hours of discussion. For BTS, this phenomenon has reached another level. The group's global popularity means that their movements are closely followed by millions of people around the world. Airports, hotels, concert venues, fashion events, and public schedules can all become places where fans hope for an unexpected glimpse. Paris has frequently been associated with BTS members because of the city's importance to fashion, entertainment, and international events. Over the years, individual members have traveled to France for professional schedules, brand activities, fashion events, and other commitments. Consequently, any suggestion that Jungkook and Taehyung are in Paris naturally attracts attention. But this particular story became especially dramatic because of the alleged airport chaos. The word chaos can sound extreme, and it is important not to exaggerate an unverified event. What fans often describe as chaos may simply mean a sudden crowd, increased excitement, people taking photographs, or security personnel becoming more active. Airports are highly regulated environments, and genuine safety concerns should never be treated as entertainment. Nevertheless, the emotional reaction can be enormous. For fans who have followed Jungkook and Taehyung for years, seeing them unexpectedly appear in the same place can feel like witnessing a surprise chapter in a much larger story. There is also something deeply nostalgic about their interactions. BTS members spent years together before becoming global superstars. They practiced together, performed together, traveled together, laughed together, struggled together, and experienced extraordinary moments side by side. Their friendships were built long before the world began watching every move. That history explains why seemingly simple interactions can carry so much emotional weight. A smile can remind fans of an earlier era. A shared laugh can bring back memories of old BTS content. A brief conversation can make fans remember years of performances and behind-the-scenes moments. And when Jungkook and Taehyung appear together unexpectedly, fans often feel that connection immediately. That is what makes airport moments so fascinating. They are not usually planned performances. There is no stage. There are no microphones. There may not even be a formal schedule announced to the public. Instead, fans see the members as they move from one place to another. That creates a different kind of excitement. The alleged Paris sighting therefore became more than a simple travel story. It became a moment for fans to speculate about what might happen next. Some wondered whether the two were traveling for work. Others imagined that they might simply be spending personal time together. Some fans focused on their outfits. Others focused on their expressions. And many simply celebrated the possibility of seeing two beloved BTS members together again. But there was another question hiding beneath all the excitement. Why Paris? The French capital is one of the world's major cultural and fashion centers. For artists of BTS's global stature, Paris can represent everything from brand commitments to artistic projects and private travel. Without an official statement, however, it would be irresponsible to assign a specific reason to their presence. That uncertainty did not stop the internet from trying to solve the mystery. Almost immediately, social media users began comparing images and videos. Fans examined clothing, accessories, airport surroundings, timing, and even the behavior of people nearby. This is a familiar pattern in the BTS fandom. ARMY has developed an extraordinary ability to recognize details, sometimes from only a few seconds of footage. But there is a danger in that process. Recognition is not confirmation. A similar outfit does not necessarily prove that two people are together. A familiar airport does not necessarily establish a shared itinerary. A photograph posted online does not automatically reveal when or where it was taken. And a viral caption is not the same thing as an official statement. That distinction matters, particularly when discussing real people. Jungkook and Taehyung deserve privacy, just as any other individual does. Fans can celebrate their friendship and enjoy public moments without turning speculation into fact. The most responsible way to view the Paris airport story is therefore to separate what fans believe they saw from what has actually been confirmed. The excitement can remain. The mystery can remain. The theories can remain. But certainty should wait for evidence. Even so, the emotional side of the story is impossible to ignore. When fans began reacting to the alleged sighting, the tone of social media conversations changed rapidly. Some posts expressed pure excitement. Others joked about how quickly ARMY could recognize their favorite members. Some fans described the moment as unexpected. Others simply wanted more photographs and videos. For many people, the biggest surprise was not necessarily that Jungkook and Taehyung might have been in Paris. It was how quickly the news appeared to spread. That is the power of the BTS fandom. A single photograph can travel across countries within minutes. A short video can be translated into multiple languages. A fan account can post a reaction and reach thousands of people before official media organizations even have time to investigate the original claim. This creates a fascinating environment where fans are simultaneously audience members, commentators, translators, archivists, and investigators. But it also creates challenges. rumors can travel just as quickly as facts. A headline can become detached from its original context. An edited clip can be mistaken for complete footage. A fan interpretation can gradually become accepted as reality simply because it has been repeated so many times. That is why the Paris airport story should be approached with curiosity rather than certainty. The question is not whether fans are allowed to be excited. Of course they are. The question is how that excitement can coexist with responsible reporting. And perhaps that is where this story becomes even more interesting. Because behind the viral photographs and excited comments are two people who have spent years living under extraordinary public attention. Jungkook has grown from a teenage trainee into one of the most recognizable artists in the world. Taehyung has experienced a similar transformation, developing an individual identity that extends beyond BTS while remaining deeply connected to the group. Their journeys have been documented through concerts, interviews, live streams, music releases, fashion appearances, and countless fan interactions. Yet airports remain among the places where their privacy can feel particularly fragile. Travel is normally an ordinary human activity. People get tired. They carry luggage. They wait. They look at their phones. They walk quickly. They sometimes wear comfortable clothes and avoid attention. For global celebrities, however, those ordinary actions can become public events. That contrast was visible in the reaction to the alleged Paris appearance. Fans were fascinated by the possibility of seeing Jungkook and Taehyung outside a formal BTS setting. There was no stage, no choreography, no prepared script. Just the possibility of two friends moving through an airport. And perhaps that is exactly why the moment felt so powerful. The public has seen BTS perform in enormous stadiums filled with tens of thousands of people. They have seen elaborate lighting, costumes, choreography, fireworks, and massive production systems. But a simple airport sighting offers something completely different. It feels spontaneous. It feels unplanned. It feels like a tiny window into everyday life. That feeling can be misleading, because even airport appearances are surrounded by security, schedules, and professional obligations. Still, fans often experience these moments as emotionally intimate. The alleged Paris sighting also reignited conversations about the unique bond among BTS members. For years, fans have watched the members support each other through the extraordinary demands of global fame. They have celebrated each other's achievements, joked with one another, shared emotional moments, and repeatedly described BTS as a family-like team. Jungkook and Taehyung have had their own memorable dynamic within that larger group. Fans have given enormous attention to their friendship, sometimes referring to them by the fandom nickname, Taehyung. That fandom culture has created an entire universe of edits, compilations, theories, artwork, and discussions. However, it is important to remember that fandom interpretations do not automatically describe the private reality of the people involved. Their friendship belongs to them. What fans see publicly is only a small portion of their lives. That is why the most meaningful way to celebrate a moment like the alleged Paris airport appearance is to appreciate what is actually visible without inventing details that cannot be established. A smile is a smile. A shared location is a shared location. A conversation is a conversation. Anything beyond that requires evidence. Still, the mystery surrounding the story created a powerful hook for fans. What if the Paris trip was connected to something bigger? What if Jungkook and Taehyung were there for an upcoming professional schedule? What if they simply happened to be traveling at the same time? What if the most important part of the story has not even happened yet? Those questions are precisely what keeps social media audiences watching. And that is where the surprise element of the story emerges. The biggest surprise may not be an unexpected announcement. It may simply be that two BTS members were reportedly seen in one of the world's busiest and most recognizable cities, and fans immediately transformed a few moments into an international event. For casual observers, this might seem excessive. For ARMY, it makes perfect sense. BTS is not simply a musical group to millions of people. Their music has accompanied fans through school years, difficult periods, celebrations, friendships, heartbreak, and personal milestones. Therefore, seeing Jungkook and Taehyung together can trigger memories that go far beyond the airport itself. A fan may remember the first BTS song they heard. Another may remember watching a concert. Someone else may remember a difficult night when BTS music provided comfort. For those fans, a simple photograph can carry years of emotional meaning. That is why the reaction to the Paris story was so intense. It was never just about an airport. It was about memory. It was about connection. It was about the feeling of seeing familiar faces from a group that has played such a significant role in people's lives. And yet there was another emotion beneath the excitement. Concern. Whenever large numbers of fans gather around a celebrity, safety becomes an important issue. Airports are not concert venues. They are working environments where thousands of travelers need to move efficiently. Crowds can block corridors, interfere with security procedures, create risks for passengers, and place pressure on the celebrity as well. That is why responsible fans often encourage one another to maintain distance, follow airport rules, avoid pushing, and respect personal boundaries. The excitement should never come at the expense of safety. This is particularly important when an unverified sighting suddenly goes viral. A rumor can encourage people to search for a celebrity in a specific location, potentially creating an even larger crowd. For that reason, fans should avoid sharing private travel details or attempting to track someone in real time. The most memorable fan moments are not necessarily the loudest ones. Sometimes respect creates the most beautiful memory. Imagine Jungkook walking through the terminal and seeing people smiling from a distance rather than rushing toward him. Imagine Taehyung being able to move through the airport without feeling surrounded. A simple wave from a safe distance can be more meaningful than thousands of people trying to get closer. That is the kind of fan culture that protects both the artist and the community. The Paris story also highlights the changing nature of celebrity news. Years ago, a celebrity airport sighting might have appeared in a newspaper the following day. Today, it can become global within seconds. A fan in Paris can post something. A fan in Seoul can translate it. A fan in Indonesia can react to it. A fan in the United States can make a video. A fan in Brazil can create an edit. Within a short time, millions of people may know about the same alleged moment. This extraordinary speed has transformed the relationship between celebrities and audiences. It has also made verification more important than ever. The faster a story spreads, the easier it becomes for inaccuracies to spread alongside it. That is why the most responsible approach is simple. Enjoy the moment. Check the evidence. Wait for confirmation. Respect the people involved. And do not treat speculation as fact. In the case of the alleged Jungkook and Taehyung Paris airport appearance, that principle is especially important. The story is exciting precisely because it contains unanswered questions. If every detail were already confirmed, there would be no mystery. Instead, fans are left wondering, why were they reportedly there? Were they together? Were they traveling for the same reason? What happened inside the terminal? Did they notice the fans? Did they wave? Did security have to intervene? And most importantly, what happened after they left the airport? Those unanswered questions create the dramatic tension surrounding the story. But perhaps the most emotional question is simpler. How does it feel for fans to see two members of BTS together again? For many ARMY members, the answer is immediate. It feels comforting. It feels nostalgic. It feels exciting. It feels like a reminder of the years they have spent following BTS. And sometimes, that is enough. There does not need to be a major announcement. There does not need to be a shocking revelation. two familiar faces appearing together can already become a meaningful moment. The alleged Paris appearance also reminded fans that BTS members continue to have lives beyond the stage. They travel. They work. They meet people. They explore cities. They experience quiet moments. They have private schedules that fans may never know about. That mystery is healthy. Artists deserve spaces where they can simply exist as people. At the same time, fans can appreciate publicly shared moments without demanding access to every part of an artist's life. That balance is difficult, especially for celebrities of BTS's scale. But it is possible. The Paris airport story therefore becomes more than a viral fandom moment. It becomes a reflection of how modern celebrity culture works. A photograph can become news. A rumor can become a trend. A fan reaction can become a headline. And a few seconds of public footage can trigger an emotional conversation involving millions of people. Jungkook and Taehyung have experienced this phenomenon many times. Their friendship is one of the most discussed relationships within the BTS fandom, and every public interaction tends to receive intense attention. But perhaps what makes their connection so enduring is not the theories surrounding it. It is the history. They were young together. They trained together. They performed together. They traveled together. They grew up in front of the world together. That shared history cannot be recreated. It is one of the reasons fans continue to feel emotionally connected to their interactions. So when a story appears suggesting that the two were spotted together in Paris, the excitement is not really about one airport. It is about everything that came before. It is about years of music, years of memories, years of laughter, years of performances, years of BTS. And that is why the alleged sighting became such a powerful talking point. The story may have started with a simple question: are Jungkook and Taehyung really in Paris? But it quickly became dozens of questions. Are they traveling together? Why are they there? How long will they stay? Was the trip planned? Did fans actually see them? Where are they going next? And perhaps the most intriguing question of all: what happens next? That is the question that keeps audiences watching. Because sometimes the biggest story is not the event itself. It is what the event might lead to. A Paris appearance could be connected to a schedule that fans do not yet know about. It could be completely unrelated to work. It could simply be two members enjoying their own time. Without confirmation, all of these possibilities remain possibilities. And perhaps that uncertainty should be preserved. Not every mystery needs to be solved immediately. Sometimes fans can simply enjoy the excitement of an unexpected moment while waiting for reliable information. The reaction from ARMY also demonstrates how strong the global BTS community remains. Even after years of unprecedented success, the group's ability to create excitement has not disappeared. A mention of Jungkook and Taehyung can still send fans rushing to social media. A photograph can still become a trending topic. A short clip can still inspire thousands of reactions. And a possible airport appearance in Paris can still become a global conversation. That is remarkable. It speaks not only to BTS's popularity but also to the emotional loyalty of their fans. For ARMY, these moments can feel like reunions. The members may not know the individual stories behind every fan watching, but each fan carries their own memories. Someone may have discovered BTS during adolescence. Someone may have found them during university. Someone may have listened to their music while working. Someone may have used their songs as motivation during a difficult chapter. So when Jungkook and Taehyung appear together, those memories can return instantly. The airport becomes a symbolic place. The journey becomes a metaphor. And the photograph becomes a reminder that the story of BTS continues. Yet responsible storytelling requires one more reminder. If an alleged sighting is not officially confirmed, it should not be presented as established fact. That is especially important with real people. The excitement should never become misinformation. Fans deserve accurate information. The artists deserve privacy. And the audience deserves to know where fact ends and speculation begins. So, was the Paris airport truly thrown into chaos because Jungkook and Taehyung appeared together? The answer should be approached carefully. There may have been excitement. There may have been fans. There may have been a viral moment. But claims about exactly what happened, how large the crowd was, why the members were there, and what they did should not be treated as confirmed unless reliable evidence supports them. And perhaps that is the biggest twist in the entire story. The real surprise is not necessarily what Jungkook and Taehyung did. That is the modern BTS phenomenon. One glimpse can become a headline. One smile can become a trend. One airport can become a stage. And two members simply standing in the same place can make millions of people stop and look. For ARMY, however, the most important thing may be much simpler. Whether Jungkook and Taehyung were traveling together or merely happened to appear in the same Parisian setting, fans were reminded once again of the bond and history that have made BTS so special. The excitement may fade from social media. The hashtags may eventually disappear from trending lists. The photographs may be replaced by newer stories. But the emotional connection remains. And perhaps somewhere beyond the cameras, beyond the airport crowds, beyond the speculation, Jungkook and Taehyung were simply two friends navigating another day of an extraordinary life. That possibility is perhaps more meaningful than any rumor. Because behind the headlines are human beings. Behind the photographs are people. And behind the millions of reactions are fans who care deeply about the music and memories BTS has given them. So as this Paris mystery continues to capture attention, one question remains hanging in the air. What if the airport moment was only the beginning? Could another surprise be waiting around the corner? Could Paris become the setting for another unforgettable BTS story? Or will the truth turn out to be much simpler than the internet imagined? For now, those questions remain unanswered. And maybe that is exactly why ARMY cannot stop talking about it. If you were there, what would you have done if you suddenly saw Jungkook and Taehyung at a Paris airport? Would you take a photograph from a respectful distance, simply wave, or freeze in shock and forget how to move? Tell us your reaction in the comments. And if you want more BTS stories, unexpected moments, emotional updates, and fan-focused coverage, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next story. Because when it comes to Jungkook, Taehyung, and BTS, one thing is almost guaranteed. The next surprise could be closer than anyone expects. Disclaimer. This content is created for entertainment, storytelling, and fan discussion purposes only. The story about Jungkook and Taehyung allegedly being seen together at a Paris airport is not intended to present unverified claims, rumors, fan theories, or fictionalized scenarios as confirmed facts. Unless explicitly confirmed by BTS, the members themselves, their official representatives, or reliable verified sources, viewers should consider the events described in this video as unconfirmed. Any reactions, conversations, situations, or details presented may be dramatized or imagined for storytelling purposes. This video is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or officially connected to BTS, Jungkook, Taehyung, Bigot Music, HYBE, or any related organization. The purpose is to entertain fans, encourage discussion, and celebrate interest in BTS while respecting the members' privacy. Please do not use this content as a source of factual information about the personal lives, schedules, whereabouts, or private activities of the artists. Always refer to official announcements and verified sources for confirmed information. Thank you for watching, and please enjoy the story responsibly.